Good morning, afternoon, and or evening, fellow gamers. Today, I will be continuing my Pirate101 without training tomb series. But before we get into the video, roll the intro. Let's skip the exposition and talk about what happened in this session of playing Pirate101 without training tombs. Hopefully this is a good enough transition into the video. The first thing that I've done once I got into the game was go to my house to see if I gotten some good loot in my shared bank for my pirate, since I just turned level 10 from finishing the prologue, and I thought there would be some good gear, and a weird harmless glitch occurred. After that glitch occurred, I put all my unusable good gear into my shared bank, and I didn't find anything good in the shared bank. And then I realized I now can equip my cutthroat eye patch since I was level 10. So I did that, and I was happy I gained an ability I won't use in this video at all. Also, I forgot to mention I gained a fantastic ability to summon chickens and zombies, so you're gonna hear me mention them a lot, so prepare to hear a lot about dead people. Anyways, after I did that, I head straight for town for the first time, and I talked to Captain Ahab because Lasco said he knows where the Frogfather is, and the Frogfather likely knows where Ratbeard is, because he is the master of trades. The Pilkin said sorry because he had some things he needed to take care of, and if I wanted to talk to the Frogfather, I needed to do those stuff. So I ignored him and got some side quests and started killing a horde of fish, but not as many fish as I killed Barracuda last episode. Well, not yet at least. Next, I shot down the ship of Mac the Shark to save the fellow human from him. Then afterwards, I finally went into the Vortex of Doom to save Brody from the storm sharks, because that's what Captain Ahab wanted me to do. But he shockingly died because the storm sharks kept getting crits on him. Therefore, I died, because that makes sense. Also, that's also the first time I've ever seen Brody die to the storm sharks. But I went back to the Vortex of Doom, and Brody didn't die because I used my zombie, ghost rats, and explosion abilities immediately to kill the sharks to save Brody. I didn't bring him back to dry land. I risked his life again by shooting down some cutthroat ships with him along with me. Then I brought him to Captain Ahab. Captain Ahab then said that his son Norville was lost while trading with the Nui, so I did what I always do in a dangerous situation, which is ignoring it. Instead of focusing on Ahab's lost son, I finished off my side quest and picked up some more side quests instead. After that, I started those side quests and started hunting some fishes. Then, I logged off because I needed to take a massive crap. Then, the next day, I woke up and started fighting some more fish again. Then, I headed straight to Rapa Nui for main story purposes, and because there was a side quest there too. The Water Mole Chief said he'll tell me where Norville was if we did a good old trade, which required me to shoot down some Wapanis, and then he'll tell me where Norville went. So I gladly shot down the ships of the Wapani. After the ships of the Wapani sank, the Water Mole Chief told me that the other dude knew where Norville was, and he gave me the magical potion of life too, which I pretty much forgot about because I rarely use it normally, and the other Water Mole told me that Norville was clearly having fun. I mean, look at his face. It is clear as frick that he's having a fun time. No, a fantastic time. So I went to Skull Island and expected Norville and the thieves that took him to be standing right in the middle of Skull Island, ready to be rescued. But no, the game storyline actually makes sense. As a result, we went to Pete and he told us Blind Mew probably knew where the thieves were hiding. So we talked to the cat and he told us that the thieves were hiding in the sewers. So I booked it to get there so I can get Norville back to Jonahtown as fast as possible. Turns out an otter was the leader of the thieves and he thought I was a different dude. Then we charged into battle in which I sliced them to bits and saved Norville. I thought the otter dude gave me a lot of EXP, so I redid it, but it took longer than I thought, so I didn't repeat it multiple times for an XP farm. Then I went to the moles of Skull Island to talk about side quests, and went straight to the ancient tunnels to fight some crabs afterwards. And after I fought those crabs, I fought a big crab in the ancient tunnels, and returned all the diamonds to Old Nate. Shortly after, I went to Skyway to kill every flying fish in the Skyway. I was committed to hunt down every fish in the Skyway until I got to level 11, and it took about 5 hours of grinding and it was extremely obnoxious. But after I managed to do it, I shot down some more cutthroat ships to get the tikis they stolen from the water moles to return it back to them, and I had to collect some sap and golden mold too to make a magical potion to help the Rapa Nui stomach pains, and it was a success. Afterwards, I headed back to Jonahtown to return Norville to Captain Ahab, and then he allowed me to head into the whale's blowhole. Yeah, that's what it's called. I completely forgot it too. I had to Google it to remember what it was called so I can put it in the script. Anyways, I head down to Whale's blowhole to get to Gullet, and a frog dude told me that the password to meet the Mafia boss was Swordfish, but it turns out he's a dirty liar because the Frog Mafia attacked me shortly after I said that password, and my death powers took care of them luckily. Turns out that the frog dude from the start was a liar, and the real password was Ribbit. So I told the crab thugs the password and they let me see the frog father, who knew where Ratbeard was. He said he'll tell me where Ratbeard is if I took the spicy wieners from the monkeys, so I gladly head over to the Presidio, and the Mafia frog told me that I needed to sneak past the monkeys, and I successfully avoided them. Once I reached the end of the Presidio walls, I stared at an unused tower which I wished it had something in it, and then I tried to get the spicy wieners, but the spicy wieners were locked behind bars, and I wanted to get my ghost to steal it, but I was ambushed by monkeys twice instead. I headed into the armory to find the keys to the spicy wieners, but I found gold instead of copper because I found Lucky Jack Russell also behind bars, and he told me that the monkey captain has the keys to save my doggo dude and the spicy wieners, so I readily head up to fight the monkey captain. The monkey captain was intimidating, but my ghost quickly eliminated him and stole his keys. I rescued Jack, and then I got the spicy wieners, but there were some monkeys protecting the wieners, so I gladly killed every monkey standing in my way so I can obtain the spicy wieners. After the monkeys bit the dust, I rushed over to pick up the spicy wieners and head over to the frog father, but I realized I only need a little bit more EXP to level up to get to level 12 after I return the wieners, so I redid the dungeon so I'd have enough EXP to level up to level 12. Then, I head over to the Frog Father with his spicy wieners, and he leveled me up and gladly handed over one of my favorite companions, Lucky Jack Russell, at level 13. And having a good companion that is actually useful was much more efficient and less annoying because my companions didn't die in every battle was fantastic. Before I got Lucky Jack Russell, I only had a level 1 Canpo, a level 3 Bonnie Ann, and a level 5 Mormo, but now, with my level 13 Lucky Jack Russell, I believe that Skull Island will be simple. Also, I'm fearing that I also was fearing that I'd get Jack before the Frog Father gave me the extra EXP, and I'd get Jack at level 12, but no, I planned correctly. Now, back to the main story. The Frog Father said he'll transfer a task for him to me, and that One-Eyed Jack knows where Ratbeard is, and also owns a task for the Frog Father. And guess what I did? I'll give you 10 seconds. I ignored him and got a bunch of new side quests as usual, and then I logged off for a break. Afterwards, I head off to Skull Island to learn some magic from Badama, sell back to the economy, and fight some skeletons over a laugh. And that was the first time I used Lucky Jack Russell, and this is how much damage he did compared to Mormo. Later, I head straight over to Jonatown to give the crab the lamp that he wanted. Then I went over to Flotsam to get some more side quests, bought some new ship gear, and was sent on a goose chase by a jackrabbit. Then I found Ratbeard burning the will. While I was in Flotsam, I also killed the side quest boss, Peter Law, about 10 times because it gave a great amount of EXP and was quick. Peter's Lodge dungeon gave me a bunch of gear, so I went to Skull Island again to sell back to the economy again, and went questing once more. I don't want to get into the specifics of it because it'll just be boring, so let's just skip over the fact that I did a bunch of questing, and I'll just say, and just trust me on this because you'll understand from what you'll see. Also, quick tangent, I wonder what the Orchid Plateau is meant for. I mean, it looks like it was meant for something, and it had good potential, but I don't know. Quick fact on an unused place. Anyways, I fought a bunch of rats and sold back to the economy once more, then continue on my questing again. I know. It's annoying and obnoxious and long. Then I grinded on some flying fish for about 5 hours, and I have to say, it was so tedious. And afterwards I bought a new weapon because my current one sucks, and then headed over to Corsair's channel. After that, I finally quested and killed enough Batacuda until I got to level 13, and because of that, I would get Old Scratch at level 14. So after I got to level 13, I quickly headed over to the ruined lighthouse so I can get Old Scratch, and the battle against him was simple, and I successfully got him at level 14. Then I logged off. Also, I forgot to say, but I managed to sneak past the zombies for the first grave on my way to the first grave, and on my way back, they got me. But it was just a shocking thing that I managed to slip past those zombies, because it's basically near guaranteed you'll run into a battle with them. Yeah, so that happened, and shortly after, I logged back on, and then headed straight to Bounty Island to end my endless grinding. I done the line of the boring trials that I had to do, and then I eventually found the skeleton of Captain Gunn, and a freaky hermit summoned some crabs to kill me. But they stood no chance against my scratch buff ghosts, and I never realized how overleveled my team was until this battle, and it was the first time I fought a battle using Old Scratch. Then, once I made the Hermit Crab run, Old Scratch revived Captain Gunn, and he said that the moles are the single weakness to his trails are the moles, and that Ratbeard exploited it and is probably in Wapani Woo. Once I got to Wapani Woo, I fought some Wapanis and looked at the unused Toby Ta Cave, then fought some more water moles, then fought some fish, then fought some more moles, and then finally fought Big Chungus. Wow, what an outdated and cringy meme. But I forgot his name, so I'm just going to be calling him Big Chungus because, yeah, I'm too lazy to look it up on the Pirate101 wiki. Anyways, we knocked him down, then he came up, so we broke his will by breaking his totem, and sadly, my ghosts couldn't do the work for me, and I had to manually click on the totems and had my character move over to it and cast a spell on it. Then, because I broke Big Chungus' totems, he committed Sudoku because we were approaching him and the spirits of my ghosts were better than his, and he took the coward's way out. Anyways, then Ratbeard hopped down, but for some reason he couldn't do it prior to the fight, but I didn't care because I got Gun's treasure and Ratbeard at level 14. Then, I talked to Captain Avery to get to level 14, and equipped my new staff to end it all off. And my new team was a level 13 Lucky Jack Russell, a level 14 Old Scratch, and a level 14 Ratbeard. Yeah, this overall took 15 hours to perform this whole thing, so hopefully this video does well, and it was also very fun. So yeah, hopefully this video made you, the viewer, happy, and also roll the outro.